The Kinahan Cartel, founded in Dublin in the late 1990s by Christy Kinahan, has become one of the world's most infamous criminal organizations. What started as a local street gang grew into a global crime syndicate, with assets estimated at €1 billion. Under Christie's leadership, the group expanded beyond Dublin, establishing connections across Europe. However, when his son Daniel took control, the cartel's activities took a darker turn. The organization became entangled in the Kinahan-Hutch feud, one of Ireland's bloodiest gang conflicts, resulting in 18 deaths and drawing unprecedented attention to the cartel. The violence was so extreme that Irish courts labeled the Kinahan group a murderous organization. In April 2022, the US Department of State offered substantial rewards for information to dismantle the cartel, elevating it from a national issue to an international priority. Despite increasing pressure from global law enforcement, the Kinahan cartel has shown resilience. They continue orchestrating multi-million euro drug shipments, adapting to challenges. While top members, including Daniel Kinahan, live luxuriously in Dubai, their Irish operations persist. For years, Ross Browning was thought to oversee the cartel's activities in Ireland as their main man in Dublin. However, recent developments indicate a significant power shift within the organization. A new figure has emerged to lead the cartel's Irish operations, marking a crucial moment in the group's history. This change in leadership comes as the cartel attempts to rebuild its presence in Ireland, despite sustained pressure from law enforcement since 2016. The organization's ability to adapt and the loyalty of its members have allowed it to maintain influence in the criminal underworld, even as authorities work to dismantle its operations both in Ireland and internationally. Liam Brannigan, a father of two from Bride Street in Dublin 8, is stepping into the role of the Kinahan cartel's new boss in Ireland. His rise reflects the complex nature of Dublin's criminal underworld. Even before the Kinahan-Hutch feud, Brannigan's neighborhood was known for criminal activity, with reports of about 200 known criminals living in the small area, spawning numerous crime families. The concentration of criminal elements in this area created a breeding ground for organized crime networks. Many of these families grew up near each other, fostering connections crucial for figures like Brannigan to rise in the criminal hierarchy. For instance, Fat Freddie Thompson's mother lived in Maryland, while the Howe and Brannigan families also called Dublin 8 home. Two key factors propelled individuals like Brannigan to prominence. First, the surge in cocaine use in Ireland created a huge demand for drugs, offering immense profit potential. Second, the expansion of their networks globally gave them access to drug importers, allowing them to become effective wholesalers for various gangs, particularly in West Dublin. Family ties also linked many of these criminals to influential figures in the broader underworld. One such connection was to Thomas "Bomber" Kavanagh, who became the Kinahan cartel's head of operations in the UK. These family and neighborhood connections created a tight-knit criminal network that proved challenging for law enforcement to penetrate. Brannigan's ascent to his new position within the Kinahan cartel demonstrates the enduring influence of these local connections and the adaptability of criminal organizations in the face of law enforcement efforts. Liam Brannigan's rise to prominence in the Kinahan cartel was complex. As a cousin of cartel figures Fat Freddie Thompson and Liam Byrne, he was already deeply embedded in Dublin's criminal world. His involvement in the long-running Crumlin-Drimnagh feud since 2001 further solidified his position. Unexpectedly, amidst gang warfare, Brannigan pursued higher education. He enrolled at UCD, completing a one-year access program and making progress in archaeology and history. This suggests a complexity to his character and perhaps a desire to escape crime. However, the underworld's pull proved too strong. Despite completing 2/3 of his studies, Brannigan abandoned academics to focus on his full-time position with the Kinahan cartel. This shift from aspiring student to one of the gang's main Dublin operatives marked a critical point in his criminal career. Brannigan's family history provides context to his involvement in organized crime. His father, John Barney Brannigan, was known to law enforcement, struggled with addiction, and served time for drug offenses. He died in prison while serving an 11-year sentence for a heroin distribution plot. This family connection to the drug trade was evident in Liam's early legal troubles. In 2008, guards found cocaine worth $700 in his South Inner City home. In a telling move, Brannigan tried to blame his drug-addicted father, who was willing to take responsibility. However, this ploy failed, and Brannigan received a suspended sentence for possession. Brannigan's journey from a crime-ridden background through attempted education to a high-ranking position in the Kinahan cartel illustrates the complex forces shaping Dublin's criminal landscape. Brannigan's involvement in the attempted murder of Gary Hanley in November 2017 marked a significant escalation in his criminal activities. Hanley, associated with the rival Hutch group, was targeted by the Kinahan cartel as part of their ongoing feud. Brannigan was a key member of a 5-man Kinahan hit squad, orchestrating the attempt alongside his close associate Dean Howe. Despite the seriousness of their mission, the hit team displayed a surprising lack of professionalism. Over several months, they often slacked off, sleeping in and getting drunk instead of focusing on their task. This carelessness gave the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau ample time to monitor their activities closely. Law enforcement's vigilance paid off when they intercepted the hit team just 500 yards from Hanley's home. Armed Garda officers stopped a Volkswagen Caddy containing Joseph Kelly and Luke Wilson, who had a loaded semi-automatic pistol, silencer, and ammunition. These had been collected from a cyclist at a Lidl car park in Glasnevin moments before. Brannigan was arrested near his home in Hanover Court. The investigation revealed he was the only squad member in direct contact with Kinahan leadership in Dubai, using an encrypted phone. This detail underscores Brannigan's elevated status within the cartel. The thoroughness of the Garda's surveillance operation became apparent during legal proceedings. Despite the cartel's meticulous planning, law enforcement built a compelling case against the hit team. The Special Criminal Court found Brannigan guilty of being central to the conspiracy to kill Hanley, sentencing him to 8 years in prison in 2020. Before his conviction for the Hanley murder plot, Liam Brannigan maintained a low profile despite being a top lieutenant in Daniel Kinahan's drug gang. His association with the cartel's leadership was evident in his attendance at Daniel's boxing events. This proximity, along with his skills and connections, positioned Brannigan as a rising star. Ireland's organized crime landscape has shifted due to pressure on the Kinahan cartel since 2016. A family gang has been identified as Ireland's primary drug suppliers, filling the void left by the Kinahan organization. However, the cartel aims to rebuild its presence. The release of members like Brannigan, who served their sentences without cooperating with authorities, has provided the cartel with loyal operatives. Brannigan's release in 2023 marked a turning point. With his acumen and network, Brannigan emerged as a candidate to assume a key role in the cartel's Irish operations, potentially leading efforts to regain influence. Intelligence suggests Liam Brannigan has become the Kinahan cartel's new leading figure in Ireland. This follows changes in the organization and Dublin's criminal landscape. Ross Browning, previously the cartel's main Dublin operative, has stepped back, likely due to increased scrutiny from the Criminal Assets Bureau. Brannigan's elevation was also facilitated by his cousin Liam Byrne's extradition to the UK on firearms charges. Byrne's arrest in Mallorca created a power vacuum that Brannigan is filling. In his new role, Brannigan leads the cartel's efforts to maintain and expand operations in Ireland. His knowledge of the local criminal scene and loyalty to the organization make him well suited to navigate the cartel's challenges in its home territory. As Brannigan takes control of the Kinahan cartel's Irish operations, the future of organized crime in the country remains uncertain. Ongoing pressure from law enforcement poses significant challenges. The Kinahan leadership in Dubai struggles to maintain control while avoiding extradition, while their rivals, the Hutch Group, seem to be adopting a more cautious approach. Law enforcement will likely continue efforts to dismantle the Kinahan cartel's operations. The success of these efforts will depend on figures like Brannigan adapting to the changing landscape and evading capture. The rise of individuals like Brannigan highlights the complex nature of criminal enterprises. The Kinahan cartel saga continues to captivate public attention globally. The resilience of such groups serves as a reminder of the ongoing challenges in fighting organized crime. It remains to be seen whether Brannigan will rebuild the cartel's power in Ireland, or if law enforcement will finally bring down this notorious organization. The outcome will shape Ireland's criminal underworld for years to come. That was it for today's video. What are your thoughts on today's topic? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see our next videos.